Alright, everyone, welcome back to the Korean Cowboys podcast.
Yes, Aaron, what's wrong with you today? Why are you so energetic?
Podcast! What do you mean, bro? I'm just trying to give it some flavor.
You want to know why? Because we're going to be covering a very interesting topic that I know very little about.
Fashion!
Yeah, exactly. Like a fashion! Like that, yeah.
Yeah, so we're talking about fashion today. And I guess, how fashion, I guess being in the industry has affected our views and outlooks on fashion. So, yeah.
Just to give you guys a little bit of insight, I mean, clearly, when you go on TV or wherever, like, it's you're going to look nice. But how do we look when it's just us walking around or at home or whatever, just you get a feel for the fashion of us and then, just fashion in general.
Yeah.
Should be fun.
Well, I guess just to start off the topic, is fashion important to you?
No, it's really not. Like, for me, fashion is something that I don't understand. I don't understand what's so special about fashion. I can't really like appropriately appreciate fashion like a lot of other people can. Like, it doesn't. I don't care. Like, honestly, like, it doesn't really something that I think about ever. How about you?
I mean, same with me, like, fashion to me isn't, like, super important, but I do feel like I have, like, I don't want to say, like, I'm, like, super, like, I'm a fashionista or anything, but I do feel like I have, like, an eye for fashion. It's just, I don't really care on a day-to-day basis like you. It's just, like...
Oh, we know that.
Yeah. If it's, like, just between us, like, we're just hanging out outside or something, like, I will dress like a bum. Like,
yeah. Aaron's fashion is, let me get ready for this, white t-shirt, either black... or gray sweatpants.
Yes.
And then like some kind of shoe. Like that's it.
I mean, that's that's my day-to-day fashion because honestly, like, I'm one of those people that chooses comfort over looking good.
Me too.
Unless, like, obviously if I'm going to the airport or if I have like a schedule, then I'll dress up to the nines.
Yeah,
but
then you'll pull out the Louis Vuitton and the Gucci and all that.
That's when I'll pull out the good stuff.
I've seen your little airport photos that you've taken. I know, I've seen. I was like, oh, what a fake. He doesn't dress like that ever.
Yeah, no, I really like to get dressed up. I think us being in this industry has definitely changed our outlook on fashion. I mean, how has being in this industry affected your look on fashion?
Well, it wasn't voluntary. I didn't have I'm like, okay, well, once I entered the entertainment industry years ago, like, I'm going to like change and become this fashionable person. No. So I remember this really vividly. When I first became a trainee, I used to go to dance practice, right?
Yes.
And I was wearing the most mismatched, like Dongdaemun 3-for-1, like bargain bin clothes.
Yeah.
And I remember my 팀장님, who was like my dance instructor, he called me in front of everybody and he was like, don't come back to my studio until you have clothes that are appropriate because like you are now a trainee, you're going to debut. You have to be able to dress appropriately. I'm not even kidding. I look back on it now and I'm like, dang, I didn't have Adidas pants. I had like Abibas, like from, Dongdaemun, like,
Yeah.
that, I mean, it happens, yeah. So like I got called out for it. And then that day I went and bought Adidas pants.
Yeah.
Cause I didn't, you got to look the part.
I mean, but like, honestly though, when you're dancing, like definitely clothes definitely has a big part to do with like how like cool you look on stage or like even at like the 연습실.
Yeah.
I do agree with like I guess your 선생님, your teacher. I think when you dance, like you should dress like a little like cool, a little more hip, so
I
like
agree.
your moves look a little better.
Yeah, basically like it being a public figure, your fashion is very, very important.
Yes.
People look at you and they're like, oh, like if you're looking schlubby or, bummy, it's not a look. I mean, some people can pull it off. Like, Machine Gun Kelly, he always looks like he's homeless. But, but like some people like, they can pull off a look like that. But for the most part in Korea, like if you're a celebrity or like a person in the public view, like, you have to look the look.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like if you guys like, notice like a lot of like airport fashion photos or whatever, like people like will dress to the nines when they go there because like airport fashion is I think one of the biggest, like most important things that you can do to show your fashion to the public.
Right.
So, I mean, that's why, I always dress to the nines when I go to the airport. But,
No, I don't think most of that stuff even belongs to you. I think it's a stylist, right?
I mean, actually, no. For me personally, if I go to the airport, I like wearing my own clothes. Sometimes I'll get clothes from a stylist. But a lot of people do get, like 협찬.
People give you, it's like promotional clothes for free.
Yeah.
Like they want you to promote their clothes, so they give you like some samples or a bunch of stuff to wear.
Yeah, like to the airports and stuff. I think my fashion style, like honestly, like, I do like getting dressed up when the occasion calls for it. Oh, but like on the topic of fashion though, guys, I do want to point out something. So I cut my hair a few weeks ago. It was getting a little hot, and then like a week later, guess who cuts his hair?
Me, because it's summer and it's hot. And like, listen, so I sweat a lot and I need to be able to breathe. You see what I'm saying?
I'm glad I could inspire you.
Well, listen, I mean, whatever.
Whoa. Is that a fashion statement or what is that?
What?
Do you have a tape on your eyelid?
I do, because I'm tired and look. I have eyelid tape on right now because I'm tired and my sankapur, my double eyelid, is like all folded in on itself. So I'm trying to fix it. But hold on, let me take it off. Right there, it's got makeup on it.
Let me see. It looks fine.
Well, now it does.
Yeah.
Anyway, oh my God, this is.
I thought you had something on your eyelid or something.
No. Yeah. So anyway, Aaron's fashion style is to dress like he's going to the gym always, even though he never goes to the gym.
I do like I said, comfort over, I guess, fashion for me personally.
Yeah, me too. The only time I ever dress up is when there's something work involved or I have to be classy looking.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like if the occasion calls for it, obviously, like I'll dress up in a suit or like I'll dress up like super nice. But maybe like twice out of a month I'll dress like that. But like just on a day-to-day basis, like I'm always in sweats. I'm in my glasses. Like I wear a hat wherever I go just because I just don't like doing my hair and like putting all that gel and wax in it.
H&M underwear 3-pack. Provided by me once he lended me money.
No, H&M, I threw those away, guys. I'm on the Calvin Klein
That was
now.
like 3 or 4 years ago.
I'm on the CK now.
Yeah, but something that I think a lot of people, especially, people that know who you or I am, like, oh, you've seen us be on stage before and the clothes that we've worn. And I kind of thought it would be cool to dig into the idol fashion that we've had to wear over the years, or not just idol fashion, but the fashion that we've worn on like TV shows or like on stage. Yeah. Let's see, memorable looks
from when we were idols. Me personally, my favorite era of clothing when I was promoting in Newest, whatever you guys want to call it.
Why do you always say that?
I don't know, because it's confusing because we never got we were never told like it's New East or it's Newest. You know what I mean? It's confusing to me, guys, but. I would definitely say I like clothes from our Deja Vu era. Deja Vu era. I like clothes from then. Honestly, after that era, I liked all of my clothes, to be honest with you. I thought every outfit was okay. I thought they were like very.
What year
good.
was Deja Vu? 2019?
7?
Oh, was that long ago?
Yeah, that's old. God. Yeah.
Dang.
2017, 18 maybe? I don't know.
Well, I can tell you, I think exactly why. Because from roughly 2010 to about 2015, the fashion for like idols was
tragic.
Like seriously should be illegal. Like it was really bad. And I can attest because I too was part of that generation of clothes.
Yeah, the clothes back then was like it was wild, guys.
Yeah. I don't really know what you used to wear, so I don't know, but like I think for me, definitely the most recent stage that I did was my favorite clothes. And that was for peak time. Actually, it was just a black suit with some stuff sewed onto it. Like it was easy. I actually, for my group, since I do have a stylist, I asked my stylist if she could provide all of my whole team with clothes, and they did. Nice. And they made them custom and all that stuff. And then actually, they gave us the clothes to keep. Nice. So after I wore it, I had like all these like chains and stuff on it, and it was a really nice suit too. It was like really good quality. So after the day that ended, I went home and I ripped off all the chains, and I still wear that suit. It's now just a black suit now, but I ripped off all the chains and all that stuff, and I just wear the suit now. So it's like a 2-for-1. I get to wear it on stage, and then I take off the chains, and now I wear it to weddings. So yeah, that's my favorite. Now we're not.
Is that what you wore like to when we went to that wedding a few months ago?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it
Okay.
is.
Okay.
Yeah, I just ripped off the chains and then I wore it to a wedding. I wore it like a couple weeks ago to another wedding.
I think you mentioned that when you were like changing. Yeah. Okay.
Because that was particularly tailored to my body. So if I were to go and buy a suit somewhere else,
you have to like get it. Like
I would have to either get it tailored or I have to get just as close as I could to my body type. But that one was tailored to me, so I've been looking damn good. Okay, so we covered our favorite, looks of the era. What about our least favorite looks? And that we're not being shady to stylists because we understand,
no, of course,
that there's trends and all that stuff, and I just happen to have a look or two that I just can't.
I mean, obviously, like we're not throwing shade to anyone because obviously, like there are trends and time and effort does go into making these outfits and clothes. But for me personally, like you said, probably like from 2010 to 2015 was like, I want to say like the Stone Age of fashion for K-pop. I'm gonna say my outfit for, I'm sure a lot of you guys probably like know already, but our 잠꼬대, our sleep talking era.
I don't know what that looks like, but I'm sure there'll be a picture.
It was crazy.
Why is that?
I mean, like the colors were all mismatched. Like we were looking like rainbows dancing on stage. Like it was wild, guys. And at the time, like my knee wasn't, like it was hurting a lot during that promotion. So I actually had like a knee support sleeve that I would use on stage. And because you just can't have a sleeve on, right?
Right.
My stylist actually took the time to paint over the sleeve
to make it skin colored.
No, to make it like blue and like rainbow to match her outfits.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it was wild.
But that is definitely a shout out to stylists that go through hell to make someone look good on stage. Let me tell you. So that's your least favorite. My least favorite will probably be my debut music video's costume that I had. It wasn't like just bought, like it was custom made. And it was like this weird, I looked like a Final Fantasy character. Like I had...
That's badass, bro.
No, I mean, so I had like this long trench coat that was painted over to look, it was like...
I think I know what you're talking about.
It was like gray and it was like painted over to look like I was battle worn. Like, you know what I mean?
Did you have like a mask or something on too?
No, I didn't have a mask
okay,
on.
So what did other members did, right?
Yeah, it's like some people had like football shoulder pads on. It was all painted to look like he was a warrior. I don't know. But yeah, so it was this long trench coat and these black, really tight pants. Like I looked like a stuffed sausage. Like it was really tight.
Yeah.
With all these holes in it. And I had these huge boots with heels on them. Like I was looking,
I mean, but back then, like skinny pants were like,
oh my god,
trend,
yeah. I couldn't. If you ever drank and you try to get them off, like you'll fall asleep trying to get them off.
Yeah.
Like you'll wake up and trip over yourself. And there was this like black mesh, like see-through shirt that I had, and I had no idea. Like, listen, I don't particularly like to show my body, but like they didn't tell me that you could see like everything, it was all hanging out. Not hanging, but it was a lot going on, you know what I mean? I was trying to like get some of them little patches because to hide my modesty,
Yeah.
But yeah, it was not good. Definitely my later costumes were much better than that. Do you have any of these costumes that you might have worn back in the day?
Yes, I actually have a few of my costumes that I've worn on stage.
Show me.
The most memorable being probably my debut outfit for our song Face.
Ooh.
So I have it right here on the side.
Oh, look.
I have it, yeah.
Aaron.
Yeah.
Medium size. Now this is obviously tailored for like a elementary school student.
And then like we have like the little patch of like the little compass.
Oh, it has the names on it.
Yeah, it has like my members' names on it. Ren, JR, Rebecca, Aaron, Binyon. Yeah. I
look at this chain.
Like obviously like I don't wear this. I haven't washed it in I don't know God knows how long. But it's like it's very memorable for me. You know what I mean? Like I like to like treasure this.
Mm-hmm.
So
how did you even get this? Did they just give you your stuff?
I mean, like they were just holding it, my company, and I was like, like let me take that one off your shoulders. I don't know why, but out of all the clothes that I own, like I feel like this is probably like top 3 for me. Like
really
clothes that I treasure.
Oh, treasure, but
Yeah, treasure.
You wouldn't wear that.
No.
outside.
I would never wear that outside.
Listen,
no.
take off some of the chains. You can wear it outside. Listen, that's what I did.
No. I didn't. How about you? Do you have any of your outfits or costumes from back in the day?
I have one. I have the costume that I just said that I hated. Because the warrior one, yeah, the one where I was what was I? I don't know. I was like a Final Fantasy character. So when my company was going, down the shitter, I went to the company one day and I was like leaving. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take this because it's going to end up in the trash anyway. So I took it late at night when no one was there, and then they never knew. I don't know. Am I implicating myself right now for theft? But
are you a thief?
But I paid for it, so I mean, damn. Yeah. So I took it, and then my mom and dad wanted something to remember my idol career by, so I gifted it to them.
Oh, nice.
So they have it hanging in their closet in plastic. Last time I was like, aren't you going to do something, put it on a mannequin or something? And they were like, why? It's ugly. And I was like, oh, all right, well. That was basically, our clothes as idols. But
yeah, I mean, if you guys are curious about what we wore when we were idols, you guys can obviously check out our videos. They're all over the place on YouTube. So
I wanted to talk about something that's really important. And that is the importance of brand names in fashion. Important, not important. That's taking into account quality of the material and all that, and also the designs and all that. What do you think is it? Do you think brand name is important?
I think it depends on the situation, but yes, I do think having a few pieces of brand name clothing is a good thing to have, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I have a few, but I never wear them, ever, because this is the thing, if you wear a brand name, especially if it's a luxury brand name, you wear it once, then you can't even wash it in a refrigerator, not a refrigerator, a
laundry machine.
Washing machine.
Yeah, washing machine. Yeah.
You can't even wash it in a laundry machine. You have to take it to dry cleaning, which is expensive and it's a pain in the ass. So I don't like to do that. I'll wear it very occasionally if it's something really important. Yeah, but that's it. I don't think that wearing really, really expensive brand luxury stuff is important, because if you wear too much brand stuff, you become, for me, unlikable.
Really?
I find that if your drip is head to toe, PD just said I have eyelash on my face. Do I still have an eyelash on my face?
Yes.
Oh my God. Anyway, yeah, I think if you wear head to toe drip all day, you're wearing Gucci, Womb to the Tomb, I'm just what are you trying to show off or something? It's a little bit too much. I think you can have a piece in there. Yeah. But if you have everything is just look at me in my Lamborghini, it's a little bit too much,
Yeah. No, I agree. If from head to toe, everything is brand name, I'm kind of put off by that too. I'm ugh.
Yeah, I'm kind of I mean, listen, we know you're rich, we get it. Have some modesty.
But having a nice watch or a piece here and there, I think it makes I think it makes someone's fashion look classy. Yeah. In my personal opinion. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, a little bit. Other than that, my jeans, here's a hot secret, okay? I'm going to give you guys, especially if you live in Korea, this is a hot tip. So there's this place in Hongdae that sells jeans for really cheap. Can't speak on the quality, but they do look good. So it's they're cheap. I don't know. If you live in Hongdae or you've been to Hongdae, you'll know what I'm talking about. They only sell pants. And it's I don't know, $10 to $30 for a pair of jeans.
Really?
Yeah, and there's all kinds of designs and stuff, and that's where I get most of my pants. I don't really invest a lot in pants, because listen, high quality Levi 501s, they're expensive. So we want it looks good, you can wear it for a couple months and then you can throw it away and buy it again. It's I like that, you know what I mean? So that's one of my tips. Also, online shopping these days has become so great.
Yes.
Because you can just buy everything online and I don't have to go try on anything, because there's nothing more that I hate than to go buy clothes. I hate clothes shopping. Yeah. It is so boring. I'm like, you know what, let me just look in bed while I'm drinking my wine and just order it online. That's my thing.
Where'd you get this?
This was actually a gift.
Who is that?
This is actually expensive. It's Gilbert Gottfried, the voice of the parrot from Aladdin. Rest in peace. But yeah. I mean, I think it is. It looks like him. I don't know. But yeah, I find that recently my fashion has gotten a little bit better, because before it was bad.
Are you upgrading, bro?
I'm upgrading. I'm all the way up, as DJ Khaled says.
You're leveling up.
I'm leveling up. Yeah. So I'm working on it a little bit. What is this from? What is this?
What I have on right now, it's just something I just It was just sitting in my closet. I just threw it on cam.
So when you go to the airport, you'll look really nice, but when you do the podcast, you just throw whatever on.
What, you don't think I look nice?
I mean,
I look aight.
I mean,
What do you mean?
once all your fans are gonna be like, he does look nice, Joel. How dare you? But
I look nice. What do you mean?
Aaron always looks nice, you know.
Of course I do.
Fashion, honestly, is something that I don't really care too much about. Although I'm getting better. I'm making a concerted effort to try and look better. Yeah, because you're always saying I look schlubby. So
I mean, at the end of the day, like they have a saying in Korea, like 패션 완성은 얼굴이다. You know what I mean?
Oh, are you giving me a compliment right now?
No, I'm giving myself a
Thank
compliment,
you.
bro. What do you? What?
Well, we were talking about me, but whatever. Another thing that's really important for fashion, and although you can't see it, you don't only have one sense, but you can smell it.
Yes,
Cologne. The importance of cologne.
Yes.
And or scents, perfume if you're a lady. So what's your cologne? I don't think you wear cologne, do you?
I do sometimes.
Really?
No, I mean, so like I use cologne like if I go out to like official like schedule, like I have work. Obviously, like I'll spray like do a little quick dab on myself. I like to use Joe Malone. I don't think I've ever told anyone this. I like using Joe Malone, wood sage, and sea salt. I think that's what it's called. Yeah.
Okay. I still have a Joe Malone that you gifted me one time. I don't know what it's called, but I mean,
it smells good.
I have like 5 different colognes. I mean, I got different things. I got like, official Joel go out cologne, like, go to work cologne. And then I got the wild Joel cologne, which is like, when he's trying to get, crazy. I got one that's like, oh, like, I'm just going to be casual, go meet friends, no. I got a whole bunch, it's kind of like a routine. But please, if there's anybody here that is a celebrity that is watching this, please be a little bit more conservative with your cologne usage, because
sometimes people will be like smelling like.
Let me tell you,
woo!
I have been to Bangsonguk before, and I walk by an idol, and it is like, you can't even breathe. It's not to be shady, but some people put on so much cologne. They must go through they must have like a fund for cologne because they put on so damn much.
Bro, maybe they just came out the bathroom, bro.
You don't put on cologne in the bathroom. Use like air spray.
Yeah,
Crazy.
honestly, like 1-2 sprays, and just like dab it on your neck or whatever, like, and you're good. Like,
how do you do it? How do you do it?
Me, I literally just go, and then I'll just like rub it into my neck, and I'll just leave. Honestly,
no, see, you gotta do it. 1,
yes,
2, 3.
Where are you spraying?
Dung. Good.
I mean,
hot tips. I mean, you kind of do that too, but then you were like, well, I kind of like sloshed it all over my neck, like.
Wouldn't I say like that?
You were like, I don't know, 1, 2, and
I mean, it's on my body anyway, so it don't matter.
I mean, I suppose, but
do you know the difference between cologne and perfume?
How do I say this without
Well, in America,
how do I say this without
in America, it's widely
being controversial?
No, in America,
is it one for a man and one's for a woman?
I mean,
isn't it?
Yeah. So in America, it's like widely considered like cologne is for men, and perfume is for females. That's what it's. That's that's like the main implication of those two words. But I actually read about it. Cologne and perfume are different because I think cologne is a little weaker than perfume. It's like less scented than perfume, from what I understand. Like apparently, it's cologne and perfume isn't just separated by like sex or whatever.
Okay.
Apparently that's by gender.
So how would you say, like, if I gave you a situation right now, I was like, Aaron, let's go out to drink at a Hof.
Yes.
Or like, a Sruchip or a Pocha or something.
Yes.
What would you wear?
Sweatpants,
Okay.
T-shirt, a hat. This, pretty much. And some shoes.
You have nice pants on.
It's just like sweatpants, yeah.
Okay.
How would you dress? If we went out to like,
I'd probably lose this, and then probably just the white shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably the same thing.
Yeah, he's honestly like just bummy.
We're comfortable here on the Korean Cowboys podcast.
Yeah. How about this? What if you were going to like a nice, like you're invited to like the Met Gala or whatever? Like, well, how would you dress?
Whatever Sam Smith wore last time he went. Probably.
Wow, that Sam Smith outfit is great.
I don't know if that's the Met Gala, but it's something. It's like some red carpet thing.
In that photo. Oh
Yeah,
my God.
First of all, if it's the Met Gala, I would definitely pull out and wear something crazy. But I mean, you're supposed to. Like, that's the whole point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What about you? What would you wear?
Me? Honestly, I'd probably just wear like a nice suit.
That's lame.
I honestly, I don't think there's anything classier than when a man wears a suit. Like,
yeah, but for the Met Gala, that's not the point is not being classy. It's about being like, it's
super,
about eccentric and like, you know, kind of like thinking outside the box.
Yeah.
I mean, I think so, but you know, I have this thing where I like to look at red carpet looks, especially if it's like the Oscars or like the Met Gala or something, you know, big, because some people have the craziest stuff you've ever seen. Like, remember that one time Lady Gaga, I mean, she did a lot of weird stuff, but she went out like in an egg carried by like 6 people. She wore a dress made of meat. You know, she has all kinds of stuff that's like really crazy. And I think it's so fascinating because even though I can't appreciate it, it's damn fun to laugh about. You know what I mean? To look at. And it's like, I mean, it's entertaining for me because like I don't understand it. So I find it to be funny a lot of the times.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, fashion is something that I think, I think it depends on the individual. You know what I mean? Like fashion, like there's no right or wrong.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it's based on what you want. I can't necessarily understand it.
Yeah.
But, you know, have you ever been to Fashion Week? Or like to a runway, you know, fashion show?
Yes.
I've been to exactly one at Seoul Fashion Week, and how was it fun? Did you like it?
Yeah, I mean, like I've been to a few, but I think it was like a cool experience sitting down, and just watching like the models go up and down the runway. That was cool.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the same thing.
I mean, I honestly like while I'm looking at the clothes, I can't really appreciate it because I don't know that much about fashion, so I'm just like, looks interesting, but like it's cool.
I mean, you know, because I remember I went to one, and I was like, I mean, he's a great designer and everything, but I was like, can you even wear this outside of like a situation like this? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, is it possible? And then I got like this cool gift, you know, bag or something that had like a bunch of stuff, and it had like socks in it that were so heavy from jewels that were sewn onto it.
Oh. Okay,
and I was like, if there's jewels on the toes, how are you supposed to put on shoes? Like, I don't understand. Like,
yeah,
it was crazy. But
I think those items like aren't meant to be like worn. On
I mean, I still have them.
Like sometimes, like I'll just be like looking, like I'll like just see random photos or videos, and like it's like a runway, and the guy will like have like an umbrella like sewn onto his jacket, and like he's like walking with an umbrella on his shoulder. I'm like, what the hell is that?
Something you'll have like it'll be like a tent, but it's like it's a clothes, but it's like the size of a tent.
Yeah.
And
I'm like, how the hell are you gonna wear that?
And I'm like, well, if you're going camping, like maybe, but I mean,
fashion is something that is still to this day hard to understand, but I can appreciate it.
It's art. It's in art. The same way that singing is an art, the way that painting is an art, fashion is also an art. Some people really get it. I just don't happen to be one of them. Although if you do, shout out because I'm jealous. I wish I could learn to appreciate such things.
Yeah. Well, I guess we can end today's episode on fashion here. We talked about, you know, our past outfits. We talked about our, I guess, outlooks on fashion, our personal, I guess, preferences.
Right.
If you guys are into fashion, hopefully none of you guys are offended by what we said.
I wish I could understand.
Yeah.
Help me understand. I want to know.
Yeah, I mean, so like fashion, guys, like we said, it's like very like individual based. So wear whatever you guys want.
Be yourself.
Yeah, be yourself.
It's important. Like Lady Gaga in her meat dress. Just wear whatever you want.
Sam Smith in his kite dress.
There you go. Not a dress. It was like a balloon.
Yeah, or a balloon. Yeah. He looks like a voodoo doll.
Yeah, I know.
Anyways, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Make sure to hit the subscribe button if you guys haven't already.
Yes.
Also, hit the like button and leave us a comment.
And we'll catch you guys next week for another episode of the Korean Cowboys podcast. Yeah. Now, are you ready for this? 3, 2, 1. Yeehaw! Bye-bye.